Representative Chavez-DeRemer for 3 minutes.
Chairwoman Miller-Meeks and Vice Chair Phyllis McCormick, thank you for inviting me today to speak on behalf of my legislation, the VA Geriatrics and Gerontology Advisory Committee Expansion Act. This bill is simple. It would include a representative of the National Association of State Veterans Homes on the Department of Veterans Affairs Geriatrics and Gerontology Advisory Committee. NASVA has been great partners and supporters of this legislation. Their goal as an all-volunteer organization is to promote and enhance the quality of care and life for veterans and families in their network of homes through education, networking, and advocacy. There are 169 VA-recognized state veterans homes across the nation, including 2 in Oregon, 1 in the Dalles and 1 in my district in Lebanon, Oregon. The Geriatrics and Gerontology Advisory Committee was authorized in 1991. Its primary role is to advise the VA on geriatric research education and assess the demand for long-term veteran care and the VA's ability to provide for its plan to meet these geriatric services. A representative from NASVA having full representation on the committee would be able to bring new, unique, and tested clinical expertise to strengthen this mission. With over 8 million living veterans who are age 65 and older, many still from our greatest generation, there is an everlasting need to strengthen and expand long-term care options for our veterans. The amount of nursing home care offered by the VA is currently not meeting the overall number of eligible veterans. NASVA will be able to offer nursing home care experience combined with the ability to stretch adequate resources and serve as many veterans as possible, including expanding care to veterans who can be serviced in their own communities and homes. With a nationwide network, NASVA has the capabilities to understand the changing demographics, needs, and preferences of veterans in all areas of the country. I believe state veterans' homes have the full capability to advise the VA on the long care options. And I also believe the VA must also make a long-term commitment with state veterans' homes. I have appreciated the ongoing support of Chairman Bost and the committee here today, and thank them for their steadfast support and leadership in aiding our nation's veterans. They were kind enough to visit my district back in June to tour the Portland VA Medical Center, and also helped me hosting a listening session in Bend, Oregon, where we heard directly from local veteran constituents on the issues they face in receiving the care they deserve. One of the main issues we discussed was long-term and community care for the aging veterans. Further, I echoed those concerns of Oregonians veterans in writing to Secretary McDonough, asking the department to respond to a series of questions that were raised during that listening session by July 31. We have yet to receive that response from the VA. I urge Secretary McDonough to respond to these questions quickly because they are questions not coming from me. They are questions from our veterans, the very ones he was appointed to and confirmed to serve. Again, I want to thank my colleagues on both sides of the dais for their consideration of this legislation, and I urge their support. Passing the VA Geriatrics and Gerontology Advisory Committee Expansion Act will be a clear win for the state's veterans' homes network and for our nation's aging veterans. And with that, Madam Chair, I yield back.